The Roman Empire stretched its dominion across vast lands, conquering kingdoms and subduing rebellions. Yet, there was one place it could never truly control. At the northern fringes of Britain, beyond the last towns and the reach of Roman law, lay a land that defiant the tribes residing there launched raids shrouded in mist, vanishing into the hills, turning Rome's mightiest legions into anxious sentinels peering into the fog. In response, Rome undertook a monumental task, not another invasion, not a new army, but a wall. A colossal structure stretching from sea to sea, spanning 73 miles of stone. This was Hadrian's Wall, the longest single structure ever erected by the Roman Empire. More than just a defensive barrier, it stood as a declaration, a line dividing order from chaos, civilization from wilderness, Rome from the unknown. By 117 AD, the empire had reached its zenith, encompassing 60 million people. Roman roads connected distant lands, while Roman law governed diverse languages. Ingenious engineering achievements, from aqueducts to postal services, showcased the empire's power. Yet, empires that expand endlessly face a relentless truth. Every mile of border to Emperor Trajan, who extended Rome's boundaries like no other, left behind not a gift, but a dilemma. His successor, Hadrian, was no conqueror, but a pragmatic realist, ascending to power in 117 AD. He did the unthinkable for a Roman emperor. He withdrew legions from Mesopotamia and Armenia, assessing not what more could be seized, but what could genuinely be maintained. This realization guided him to Britannia since Claudius's arrival in 43 AD. Southern Britain had been occupied, yet the north, the Brigantes and Selgovae, tribal nations disinterested in Roman law and taxes, resisted every military campaign. Governor Gnaeus Julius Agricola had ventured deep into Scotland in the 80s AD, achieving victories. Yet the Romans never held the ground. In 122 AD, according to the Historia Augusta, he initiated a transformative project, a wall 80 miles long, to separate the Romans from the barbarians. This ambitious endeavor unfolded as Hadrian's Wall, extending 73 Roman miles from Wallsend on Tyne in the east. The wall traversed the island's narrowest point, following the Wyn Sills ridgeline, an elevated volcanic escarpment offering strategic advantages. East of the river Irthing, the wall rose from cut stone, 3 meters wide and nearly 6 meters tall. West of the river, where stones were scarce, the initial structure was crafted from turf and timber, later rebuilt in solid stone. Along its expanse, fortified mile castles housed 8 to 32 soldiers, with observation turrets flanking. A military road ran behind the wall, while a deep V-shaped ditch lay in front, all protected by a secondary earthwork known as the vallum. The construction consumed at least 6 years, employing 3 full legions, the 2nd Augusta, the 6th Victrix, and the 20th Valeria Victrix, totaling roughly 50. They quarried stone, mixed mortar, and carved inscriptions into the rock, their words preserving history across millennia. The wall was more than a boundary. It represented a world. At 16 major forts along the structure, Housesteads, Vindolanda, Chesters, and Birdoswald. Thousands of soldiers, their lives unfolded within the confines of this monumental edifice. Archaeologists unearthed over 1,300 wooden writing tablets at Vindolanda. Preserved in the mud, these tablets contained supply lists, duty rosters, and personal messages. A birthday invitation from Claudia Severa to her friend. The oldest surviving handwritten document by a woman in Latin. Another tablet revealed a military intelligence report assessing the enemy, showcasing a Roman officers. The garrison was a mosaic of cultures. Men from Belgium, the Netherlands, Syria, Spain, and Africa defended the wall, united in their quest on the empire's frontier, dreaming of homelands far away. Beyond the wall lived the Caledonii and the Picti. In the 180s AD, barely 6 decades after its construction, the Picts breached the wall, overrunning a Roman garrison and killing a general. Reinforcements were summoned from across the channel, and the wall was repaired by 197 AD, when the governor of Britain withdrew troops to confront a civil war. Northern tribes surged across the frontier once more. Emperor Septimius Severus arrived in Britain in 208 AD, launching a punitive campaign into Scotland, only to die at York in 211 AD. In 367 AD, the Great Conspiracy unfolded as Picts, Scots, and a Tochati united to strike Roman Britain from multiple fronts. Frontier scouts defected, leading to the wall's breach. It took Count Theodosius a year to restore order. The wall held for nearly 300 years, yet with each passing decade, the garrisons dwindled, reinforcements slowed, and the empire grew weaker, emboldening the tribes outside. In 410 AD, Emperor Honorius sent a letter to Britain, urging self-defense. The legions had departed. Supplies ceased. The monumental wall, once a testament, there was no last stand, no climactic battle. The soldiers simply left. Some married local women, while others sought ships. Some even wandered north, becoming the very people they had once surveyed. Within a generation, the Mile castles stood empty. Within a century, local farmers repurposed stones from the wall, the edge of civilization transformed into a quarry. And by the Middle Ages, much of the wall had vanished into structures across northern England. In the 18th century, General Wade repurposed sections for military roads. Centuries of weathering, conflict, and repurposing, yet remnants endure, inviting modern footsteps to trace the path once trodden by Roman soldiers, scanning the fog for Pictish raiders in 150 AD. Hadrian's Wall was not merely a military barrier, it symbolized a limit, a line drawn by the mightiest civilization on Earth to delineate where its influence built from the understanding of human limitations rather than sheer strength. It echoes a timeless truth. Every era constructs its walls, whether of stone, wire, or policy, and each generation believes the boundary will endure. Hadrian's Wall stood for 300 years, the longest lasting. Ultimately, it was not dismantled by invaders, but outgrown by an empire that could no longer sustain it. While the world beyond moved on, indifferent to where the line was drawn, the stones remain, standing vigil, whispering questions that history has yet to answer.